What's up, you guys? It's your girl, D Dun Elizabeth, and I miss y'all. My birthday just passed, and when I say I think I'm just now getting myself together, I mean that. It's very sleepy, very tired. I literally had to drag myself up out the bed to not miss my Mondays, because y'all know how I am about Mondays. You can't miss a Monday because Monday sets the tone for your week. But enough of that. Today, I just wanted to come talk to you guys about 3 things that people really don't talk about when they talk about losing weight. They don't talk about it at all. Like, we rarely see it. We see a couple people talk about it. A lot of people really don't talk about it. And Dunn is here to talk about it. So with that being said, I'm not going to go on any longer. Let's get right into it.
Notice your pain.
So, let me just tell y'all this. So, let's just do a quick update on my weight loss journey. Okay, so let me tell y'all, the lowest weight that I ever been was 157.6, okay? And I think I was that, the lowest I had ever been was around, 157.6, and I think I seen that weight the last time in January. And right now, as of today, y'all, I am 171 pounds, 0.8. And this is me coming off my cycle, so of course I have a lot of water weight, but the range of weight that I've been at was about 166. Okay, so that's about the range that I was at, like 166. I was there for a minute, and of course, like with my birthday shenanigans and my cycle, that kind of like tipped me over. But around 166 was the weight that I had been at. So let me just say this about tip number 1: you cannot get the body that you want and still keep the same habits, okay? So a lot of people always, say, okay, I'm ready to start, I'm ready to get, but they don't want to give up their old habits. They don't want to give up drinking. They don't want to, and I'm not saying you have to give it up completely. They don't want to ease up off of it. They don't want to cut. They don't want to ease up off their favorite foods, because I'm not asking you, with my approach, I'm not asking you to cut out everything that you love. I'm asking you to eat it in moderation, drink in moderation. If you decide that you want to change your body, if you decide you want to become healthier, drinking every weekend, it's just not the way to go, Of course, some people can do that, and there is a way to incorporate your alcohol with your calories. So calories do allow alcohol in there. So if you choose to spend your calories on alcohol, do as you please. That's perfectly fine, okay? Do what you want to do, because it's your body and you can do what you want to do. But what I'm saying is, if you decide that you want to get to a certain weight, you want to get to a certain body, you have to be willing to make those sacrifices. And a lot of people have not made it up in their mind that they are ready to make those sacrifices. And just to look back on my journey, when I first started, I was not willing to make those sacrifices. I'll do good throughout the week, and then on the weekends, I'll go hang out, drink the whole weekend, then spend that whole next week trying to get back to where I was, just to get back on track. So in a sense, the weekends did play a major role in my progress. And so for a minute, I said, okay, let me just cut it out. And I cut it out and literally shoot it through the roof. Weight loss spike, was getting there. Every goal that I set for myself, I was getting there. So now that I'm here at the body that kind of at a weight where I want to kind of maintain, I started back drinking more throughout the week. And do y'all know what happened? Weight is shooting up, because like I said, you cannot get where you want to be and still and try to bring back those old habits. And then you have to realize, those old habits had me where I was before, where I didn't want to be. I wanted to change. I wanted to be healthier. I wanted to change my body, get a new physique, so you have to be willing to, if not cut them out all completely, you have to be willing to make those small changes and slowly ease into that lifestyle change. And a lot of people, when they look at my journey, y'all have to realize, let me tell y'all, I'm going to say this one time and one time only. This transformation is 2 years and counting. I started January 2019, and I am still on my journey. So when you start off and you jump out the gate and you go 1 month strong and you barely see results, think to yourself, like, this is a lifetime change and results will not come overnight. If you go in thinking that the results will come overnight and you tell yourself that, okay, if I don't get the results, I'm going to just quit, then that's exactly what you're going to do. If you tell yourself, okay, if I go in, I'm 1 month strong and I don't see results, I'm going to use that as a way to motivate myself to keep pushing and keep going so that I can get to where I want to be, then that's the mindset that you need to have. You have to have the mindset that you're making this commitment to change your body, to change your habits, to incorporate new habits, and to stick to it in order to create this lifestyle change, because it's a lifestyle change. If you want a new body, if you want to become healthier, that has to become your new lifestyle. A lot of people like me get to where you want to be and then end up backtracking because you try to throw in those old habits and go back into those old habits thinking that it'll still work when it don't. Because once you get the body that you want, it's a whole nother level when you're trying to maintain it. Let me just say that, because right now I'm in a maintenance stage and your girl is dying. Where y'all at? Please come help me. But I'm realizing, and I'm talking myself through, that it's a process. Like, you cannot bring those bad habits back in. You can't. Leave them where they was 154 pounds ago. Okay? Peace out. See you later. I'm going to leave you back there. All right? So, that was number 1. You have to be willing to sacrifice your old habits in order to create new habits to get to where you want to be. Number 2, which is very, very important. This is very important, and I want y'all to hear me clearly. You got to stop comparing yourself to people you see on Instagram. Okay? And that's probably with me included. You cannot compare yourself to me. Let me tell you why. Because everybody's body is different. Everybody's journey is different. What works for one person may not work for everyone. And that's why your journey is always unique to you. It's your journey. It's your body. It's your lifestyle. You can choose how you want to spend it. You can choose what you want to do with it. It's up to you. And so I can honestly say that, like, when I first started my weight loss journey, I didn't follow a lot of fitness influencers on Instagram. I didn't really indulge on Instagram at all, like looking at fitness. Like, now when I get on my Instagram, like, literally all you see is fitness, which is good because I'm trying to, find different opinions, find different outlooks, see how other people live their lifestyles. But one thing that I have to remind myself is I'm not them and they are not me. Their body is not my body. Their journey is completely different from mine. What is the same is the consistency, the commitment, and the drive. Everybody consistency does not have to be exactly the same, but it's still the same thought process. Like, if you decide that you want to commit to something, you have to stay consistent. And when I say consistent, I'm not saying every single day walk in a straight line. I'm not saying don't mess up, don't fall down. But what I'm saying is those times that you do fall down or those times that you do mess up, you're willing to get back up and come 10 times stronger because you have it in your mind that you made this decision to become a healthier person. And comparison will kill. It just will kill. Like, y'all look at my body and y'all see this, y'all say, okay, I'm gonna do everything exactly the way she did it. And a lot of things that I did within my journey, I do not share. Like the times where I literally will eat I tell y'all all the time, the times where I literally would eat a whole cheesecake and then be like, damn, why did you do that? Or times where I would literally drink up the whole weekend, gain like 3-4 pounds. Like this last time, y'all, before I came for my birthday shenanigans, I was around 166. The next day, the day before I came home, I ate Chinese food. The next day I was like 168. And then I came home the next day, I went and got ice cream. I think me and my boyfriend went out to eat, and then it just kept going up from there. And yes, I saw myself, I got on the scale and I was like almost at 180. And of course it was including my period too. I was at almost 180. And I was like, oh done, baby, get it together. This is not what we're gonna do. We're not gonna work hard just to gain it all back, okay? And the point is, you have to create some type of balance, and that's the things that you don't see. And that's why I want to share with you guys more about me learning how to create a healthy balance with my lifestyle. Of course, on the weekends, I will go have a drink or two. That's what I'm gonna do. Some weekends I may not have a drink or two, but that's strictly up to me, and that's what I decide to do with my body. But it's all about creating that healthy balance, okay? That's the principle, creating a healthy balance. And the reason why comparison is really really very kind of dangerous to people sometimes is because if you don't have a clear sense of self, and you don't have a clear sense of like where you are in life, who you define yourself as, it will be so easy to kind of attach on to different things that you see on social media. And social media nowadays have a lot of people just all over the place, not knowing what to believe, not knowing what to do to lose weight. People say, oh, try this 30-day cleanse and you'll lose the weight. Okay, yay, it might work. Yeah, it might not. It might. This person right here might lose 15 pounds and you might only use 2, but a lot of things you do not see. A person like me, when I post my before and after pictures, y'all see the before and after, but y'all don't see every single day of what I'm doing every single day to get to where I was. I talk about it, but it's only so many things that I can say unless y'all walked around with a camera and recorded me every single day. The things you can't compare, because the things that you don't see plays a lot of role into what, like social media, you able to post what you want people to see. So the things that you don't see plays a big role in a lot of things, and that's why it's important to not compare yourself to others. You can look to others as motivation and give you drive to set that self-discipline, consistency, and give you motivation to start. But do not try to be exactly like some person. Don't say, okay, I want this body, I want to be like that person, I want my body to look exactly like that, because that is not your body and you are not them. It's very important to be individual, be yourself. Look to others for motivation, but do not look to others to be identical. It's very important, y'all. And I think when I was younger, I spent so much time looking on TV trying to find women that looked exactly like me that was never there. Like, we had Monique, but that was it. We didn't really have many big, beautiful women. Queen Latifah. You had two like big women that was beautiful and that looked just like me. But at the same time, I was never going to be like Monique. I was never going to be like Queen Latifah. But I am the Done Elizabeth. I use that as motivation to tell myself that I am beautiful. If she can embrace her body and love her body, so can I. You see, I'm not trying to be exactly like her, but I'm using that as motivations to push myself to grow that confidence. You know, like, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying, because I know I'm saying this in a lot of words, but I hope this makes sense, okay? Number 3, self-love is key. Okay, let me just say that from the jump. Self-love is key into getting where you want to be. And it's so crazy because lately, that when I've been on Instagram, I've been seeing a lot of people like post pictures when they were at their skinniest, and then they post pictures like now where they're kind of like thicker. You know, you can see it all in their face. They're happier. And the point is, sometimes if you go on a weight loss journey because you hate yourself, when you get to where you want to be, the outside can only do so much for what's on the inside, if that makes sense. And I know, because when I was bigger, I never could get attention from men. Well, not even men, boys, because I was younger. I never could get attention from boys. And I was like, all my friends are so small and pretty. You know, I want to be like them. You know, like in my head, I'm saying I want to be exactly like them. And so I would work out, and then it would never work. Like, literally, I could never stick to it because it was not for me. Like, doing stuff for other people will only give you this much drive. Like, if you trying to get your body right to look good for an Instagram picture, your motivation will be very short-lived, just for the simple fact that it's not really for you. When you find your why that's personal and like it's really, really strong for you, such as like some women come to me saying, I want to make sure that I'm there for my kids. Like, that is something that you will stick to. Like, of course, it won't just find your why and make it easier for you to get to where you want to be. But it's about realizing that something bigger and something stronger is within you, and you need to find that before you can change your body or change your lifestyle. And really just becoming healthier is the main thing. Becoming healthier is so important nowadays. Like, a lot of people will let this blow over their head as to how many people a year die from obesity. How many people just sick just from like bad eating habits, just from too much alcohol, just from drugs, just from fast food. And do y'all realize that nowadays when you go out, you can just about find anything fast food for cheap, but healthy food will always be expensive, because it's important to invest in your health. And they know that a lot of people don't invest in their health. They know that a lot of people would rather go eat fast food. And I know I eat fast food, but I'm gonna log it. I'm putting in those calories. But of course, it's always healthier foods out there, but that a lot of people really don't offer. But you will be surprised at how much 30 minutes of physical activity a day will change you. 45 bottles of water a day will change you. Incorporating 1 fruit and 1 vegetable a day will change you. And that's pretty much what I put in my nutrition plan. If you buy my nutrition plan, I will put at the bottom, focus on incorporating fruits and vegetables, nutrient-based foods. Focus on getting close to that protein. Focus on staying consistent with it. Sticking with it each and every day. And you will see your body change in so many ways. A lot of people, when they get ready to start their weight loss journey, they say, okay, I want to lose 100 pounds. Okay, 100 pounds sounds good. But let's take each day 1 step at a time, and before you know it, taking that 1 step at a time will get you to where you want to be. And you might have the body that you want without even losing 100 pounds. And that's why it's important to make sure you incorporating that protein. Make sure you incorporating strength training too, because a lot of people, they really just want to tone up. Not even tone up, y'all want to build muscle. And you don't have to use 100 pounds to do that. You can drop some body fat by losing maybe 20 pounds. Like, a lot of people change their body with a 5-pound difference. So it's not really all about the weight. It's all about taking it 1 step at a time, y'all. And I can preach this all day, every day. It's literally about taking baby steps to get to where you want to be. Because if you jump to this big ass goal and 1 or 2 weeks pass by and you like, why is it not happening? Because it takes time. It's about taking those steps. It's about being consistent. It's about loving what you see right now in order to enjoy where you get in the future. And I know for me, it took me a minute to become confident in myself. It took me a minute to look in the mirror and be like, done, you are beautiful, and truly believe it. I had to like talk myself through it. I had to embrace myself, go buy cute clothes, dress myself up, feel it inside, talk to myself, write down how I felt, just embrace my beauty. And once I got to that point where I knew I loved myself in a way that no one else could love me, I have been unstoppable ever since, y'all. Like, I'm just saying, like, self-love really plays a major role into where you want to be in life in general. Beyond just weight loss, healthy lifestyle, financially, physically, spiritually, emotionally. It plays a role in everything. So I know this was a long video, and I know I probably went all over the place, but y'all know I just love to talk to y'all and talk y'all through this, because a lot of people see the physical, but the physical is only so much to a weight loss journey. Like, it's all mental, and it's all emotional, and it's all in your head. Literally, it's all here. Like, motivation is this, but consistency and self-discipline get you to where you want to be. Like, you have to be willing to wake up on the days where you don't feel like it. You have to be willing to push through them small urges of wanting to eat the cheesecake cup. Like, some days, like I say, I do it, but I can't do that every day if I have goals that I want to get to where I want to be. So let's backtrack and let's talk about what we talked about. So number 1 is you have to be willing to make those sacrifices, not overnight, but over time. And once you get to where you want to be, you cannot take those bad habits and put them back into your new lifestyle, your new healthy lifestyle. The point is to create new habits and let those new habits lead you into a better future, a better version of yourself, and a better version of you right now at this moment. Okay, number 2, stop comparing yourself. Everybody's journey is different. What works for one person doesn't work for another, but what does work is making a commitment to yourself and saying, I'm going to stick to this every single day. I might fall off, but I will get back on track. And that is the same with everyone. If anybody can make a commitment to their lifestyle and to changing how they want to be, how they want to feel, once you make that commitment, literally nothing will stop you. And that's the same. I feel like that's the same with everyone. Everybody's consistency may be different, but it's unique to you, and that's the point as to why you cannot compare yourself. Like I said, when you see my before pictures, once you see my after, and you watch some of these videos, it only still tells you so much about my journey. But what you don't see is the days that I'm falling off, okay? Y'all don't see the days where I get on the scale and I be like, okay, then let's get it together. You know, you gotta get back right. You gotta do the right thing. You know, y'all don't see me telling myself, okay, then let's get this, let's do this. I'm in the gym, about to pass out, tired as hell, but I'm still pushing. Y'all don't see all that. That's why you can't compare yourself to what you see on Instagram all the time. But what you can do, like I said, is use it as motivations in order to get started, to create your own journey, to look to it as a way of inspiring you to actually start. But when you start, make it unique to you. Do what works best for you and be unapologetically you. Like, it's your journey. You choose how you want it. If you decide that it might take you 5 years to get to where you want to be, every single day of those 5 years, enjoy it, embrace it, stick to it. Because like I said, one thing about a weight loss journey is you can start and stop however many times you want, but just make your next move your best move. All right. Number 3. Self-love is key. You have to love yourself before you can start. Like, you literally have to practice self-love before you start to change your body. Because once you get the body that you think you may want, it only does so much for the inside. And a lot of times we don't even realize how much the inside matters because we focus so much on the outside. But the outside is only one thing. Like, our body is only our body, if that makes sense. Let me tell y'all, I've been reading this book called The Power of Now. And if you looking to start a new book, The Power of Now is a book that you need to read, because our body is only our body. But what's inside is truly you. What you feel on the inside and how you define yourself within on the inside is who you are. So once you love yourself and you make a commitment to yourself that you want to become healthier, you look in the mirror, you love what you see, then you will be able to unlock that inner strength that has been trapped inside for so long. Like, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are stronger than you may ever know. And I can only say that because I never thought I was this strong. I never thought that I could get to where I am today, but the key is I had to believe it. I had to believe it. I had to see it in order to achieve it and to actually walk through it. Once I believed it, that was only just this much as to how much work I had to put in to get to where I wanted to be. But I believe that I had the strength to do it. I believe that I was able to make that commitment and get to where I want to be and keep pushing no matter how many times I feel down. No matter how many times, like I just this last time, got on the scale, up 6 pounds within 3-4 days, but it's only a matter of getting right back on track to get to where I want to be in life. And that's what we have to do, you guys. We have to make a commitment. We have to be willing to be patient. We have to be willing to realize that those old habits will be left in the past, but it's a process before they're able to be gone. Okay, it's a process. We're not asking you to jump into tomorrow dropping everything that you did in the past. Some people are strong enough to do that, but baby, done is not. Okay, baby, I have to take baby steps. We're taking baby steps until we get to the top of that mountain. If you go on an hour and 30-minute hike, you think it's gonna take you 2 seconds to get up there? No, it's gonna take a lot of hard work. It's gonna take a lot of sweat. It's gonna take a lot of tears, baby. You have to be willing to be in it for the long haul. And I hope this video was very helpful, y'all. And I know I went on and rambled a lot, but you guys, like, I really love talking to you guys, because a lot of times when we get on social media, we see workouts, we see, you know, people advertising plans and stuff, but we don't really see people talking about, like, the things that really are important, like the things that the body, you know, like the body can only do so much. Like, we don't see people saying like, oh, the body can only do so much. We see people talking about, okay, hey, buy this plan and buy this, you know, do this, buy this, try this, detox, try this. But nobody's talking about how you need to embrace yourself. Look in the mirror and love you, baby, because you're beautiful. We don't see people talking about that all the time. So it's really important to incorporate these things and talk about these things, because self-love is key. Comparison kills. And once you drop those old habits and get to where you want to be with your physique, leave them there, baby. Leave them right at the door, right along with your problems. Leave them right at the door, okay? We taking baby steps, we incorporating a new lifestyle, and we changing. Like, each day is a new day to start your lifestyle. You don't have to start on a Monday. So if you decide you want to start today, baby. You can start today by easily getting up, going outside, and going for a 30-minute walk. It's just that one step that you have to take to get started. And a lot of people are so scared to get started because they think too far in the future. But start to think about what you could do right now to change. What can you do right now to become a better version of yourself? And what you could do is get it up, go outside, take a walk, and be cute. Okay, that's all. And that's with that being said, come back and mess with your girl.